I've always wanted a console that lets me play beautiful games on a big screen TV, then take those same games on the go. Nintendo's latest video game console, the Switch, is in many ways the realization of that dream. But as incredibly versatile as the Switch's hardware and technical capabilities are, the Switch currently feels incomplete without a strong lineup of launch games or at least access to classic Nintendo titles. At launch, only the game 1-2 Switch shows off the unique aspects of this hardware. It's made up of 28 minigames, mostly designed to have you look at your fellow players rather than a screen. There's a Wild West shootout game, a yoga pose challenge, and a runway competition. Some 1-2 Switch games take advantage of the amazingly precise haptic vibrating motors inside of the included Joy-Con controllers. In one, you have to guess how many virtual marbles are in a small box. In another, you crack a safe. There's even a cow milking simulator. The Joy-Con's HD Rumble lets you feel the marbles slide or the stretch of an udder. It's unlike anything I've felt from a gaming console before. Because of its massive mainstream appeal, Nintendo should have bundled this game with the Switch. The company says it didn't because it would have driven the cost of the console over $300. The other big launch title is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. It's the reason major Zelda nerds like me already plan to buy a Switch, and a great example of where the Switch's portability pays off. The game's 5,000 breathtaking acres take time to explore, so it's nice to have access to it not just on your big TV, but also on your lunch break or commute. Despite their small controls, the Joy-Cons are spaced far enough apart on the Switch's 6.2-inch touchscreen that my hands never cramped up. While playing Zelda, I tended to get 3 hours of battery life. Aside from those two games, the launch lineup is thin, with Just Dance, a strategic maze game called Bomberman, and retro-style games such as Shovel Knight. Nintendo promised more games later this year, like the paintball shooter Splatoon 2, the iconic racer Mario Kart 8, NBA 2K Basketball, and the eagerly anticipated Super Mario Odyssey. The biggest problem is that Nintendo didn't let any reviewers see, let alone try, its online services. No online store, no online multiplayer gaming, and no non-game apps. Nintendo said online features will be added in a software update when the Switch goes on sale March 3rd. At launch, those classic Nintendo games won't be available for download either. In terms of processing power, it doesn't measure up to the latest Microsoft Xbox or Sony PlayStation consoles, which offer HDR gaming, 4K video streaming, and far better graphics. But Sony and Microsoft aren't looking beyond the living room. If Nintendo delivers the exciting games promised and halfway decent online services, the Switch's versatility will make it a must-have console like the legendary original Wii. For now, it's too early to tell. Nintendo needs to give us more to play.